Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating aspects of real estate, living in historic districts. Imagine walking through your front door every day and feeling like you're stepping back in time. The charm, character and stories that historic homes carry are unlike anything you'll find in a new development. In this video, we'll explore how you can live in a home with a story, nestled in some of the most iconic historic districts in the US. We'll look at what makes these neighborhoods so special, why people are drawn to them, and the unique benefits of owning a piece of history. From southern charm to northeast elegance, we'll tour the country to highlight some beautiful areas where history isn't just something you read about, it's where you live. And by the end of this video, you might just be ready to start your search for your own historic home. What is a historic district? Let's start with the basics. What exactly is a historic district? In the simplest terms, a historic district is a neighborhood, or sometimes an entire town, recognized for its historical or architectural significance. These areas are often listed on the National Register of Historic Places, which means they are protected to preserve their unique character. Historic districts are living museums in many ways. The homes are carefully maintained to retain their original features, and any renovations or updates must adhere to strict guidelines. These guidelines exist to ensure the preservation of architectural details and historical integrity, whether it's the wrought iron fences, the cobblestone streets, or the Victorian turrets you'll find in some homes. But living in a historic district doesn't mean you have to live in the past. It's about blending history with modern comfort. Benefits of living in a historic district. Now, why would you want to live in one of these neighborhoods? First, there's the unmatched charm. These homes have a level of craftsmanship you just don't find in modern builds. From hand-carved moldings to ornate brickwork, the details in historic homes tell the story of a different era. You're living in a piece of art. Second, historic districts often foster strong community bonds. There's a shared pride among residents about preserving the character of the neighborhood. You'll likely find that neighbors are engaged in local events, preservation efforts, and community traditions that date back generations. This can create a sense of belonging and community that's hard to find elsewhere. Let's not forget about the financial side. Historic homes can be a great investment. Because there's a limited supply of these homes, they tend to appreciate in value over time. Plus, you might be eligible for tax incentives or grants to help with restoration or maintenance, depending on the state or city you're in. But the biggest benefit might be the emotional connection. Living in a historic home means you're not just buying a house, you're becoming a caretaker of history. One of the most iconic historic districts in the US is Savannah, Georgia. Known for its antebellum architecture and lush squares, Savannah's historic district offers a glimpse into the Old South. The streets are lined with Spanish moss-draped trees, and the homes themselves range from grand mansions to quaint cottages. One notable feature of Savannah's homes is the large front porches, perfect for sipping sweet tea and enjoying the southern weather. These homes, many of which date back to the 1800s, boast incredible details like tall ceilings, intricate woodwork. The best part? You can find homes in Savannah's historic district for a range of budgets, from more affordable homes in need of a little TLC to million-dollar estates. No matter your price point, you're getting a piece of American history when you buy in Savannah. Charleston, South Carolina, Southern charm. Next, we travel to Charleston, South Carolina, another southern gem. Charleston is famous for its pastel-colored homes, especially in the Rainbow Row area, but the entire city is steeped in history. Charleston's historic district is one of the oldest in the US, featuring homes that date back to the 18th and 19th centuries. Charleston homes often feature colonial or Georgian architecture, with symmetrical facades, shuttered windows, and large piazzas. These homes were built to stay cool in the humid southern climate. Many homes also come with beautiful private courtyards that make for a perfect outdoor retreat. One of the great things about Charleston is that the city has made a concerted effort to preserve its historic character. The local government and preservation societies have strict guidelines for maintaining the authenticity if you buy a home in Charleston's historic district, you're not just buying a property, you're becoming a part of a citywide effort to protect its history. Georgetown, Washington, D.C., colonial elegance. Heading north, let's take a look at Georgetown in Washington, D.C. Georgetown is a historic district known for its federal-style homes, which have clean lines, brick facades, and elegant window designs. These homes were built in the early 1800s, and while they've been updated with modern amenities, they still retain that old-world charm. One of the key draws to Georgetown is its location. You're just minutes away from downtown DC, but you still feel like you're living in a small, quiet neighborhood. The streets are lined with trees and gas-lit lamps, and you'll find cobblestone streets that have been there for centuries. Living in Georgetown means you're close to the action in the nation's capital, but with a serenity and history that's hard to find in a modern city. Plus, the real estate market here is strong, with properties consistently appreciating in value. Beacon Hill, Boston, a walk through time. Finally, we arrive at Beacon Hill in Boston, Massachusetts, one of the country's most iconic historic districts. Beacon Hill is known for its narrow streets, brick row houses, and gas-lit lanterns that give the neighborhood an unmistakably old-world feel. These homes were built in the early 19th century and have been meticulously preserved. Beacon Hill's federal-style homes often feature high ceilings, large windows, and beautifully detailed facades. Many of these homes also have private gardens or courtyards, adding a touch of greenery to the urban setting. One of the most appealing aspects of Beacon Hill is its proximity to Boston Common and the downtown area. You get the best of both worlds, living in a piece of history while being right in the heart of the city. Considerations for buying in a historic district. While living in a historic district sounds like a dream, it's important to consider a few things before you buy. First, maintenance. Historic homes require more upkeep than a new build. You might need specialized materials or craftsmen to preserve the home's original features, which can be costly. Another thing to keep in mind is the regulations. Many historic districts have strict guidelines about what you can and cannot do to your home. These rules are there to preserve the character of the neighborhood, but they can limit your flexibility in making changes. Despite these considerations, the benefits often outweigh the challenges. You're living in a home with history, character, and a story that's all your own. Conclusion and key takeaways. In conclusion, living in a historic district offers a unique opportunity to own a piece of history and elegance to the colonial charm of Georgetown.